Now let's move on to, you had mentioned Airbnb, so let's segue into that.
Okay, yep. I did Airbnb for close to 4 years at my primary residence.
Okay.
I got my basement redone and finished when I moved into my house. I bought my house now. I think it's been about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And I
home ownership. Congratulations.
Home ownership.
Yes.
Absolutely. And you know what? I said, how can I make some money off of this house? Right. Since I bought this house, I feel like this house has made me money.
Right.
So that's when I actually went to the seminar. It was a seminar talking about like how to. It was like a kind of like a side hustle seminar.
Yeah.
And one of the people on the panel was talking about Airbnb.
Right.
And I was just like, that's a good idea. So of course I was a little bit nervous. At the time, I'm single. I'm living by myself.
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna have these different people coming in, but man, it was great. So I had it set up to where we are not in any shared spaces. So the guests are coming in through the garage. I give them the garage door opener. And then there's a bathroom downstairs in the basement. I have the mini fridge, the microwave, coffee maker, snacks.
You got hooked up.
Everything is down. If you stay for a certain amount of time,
right.
you're going to use the washer and dryer. And I have a hot tub in my backyard.
Man, where was you at?
Listen, the hot tub is still there. So y'all got to come over. That's a whole different
I got you.
Yeah, so I will offer the hot tub as a part of the Airbnb package.
Nice.
But it was amazing to me that so many people did not even use it. There were a few that did, but that was a way for me to be able to up the price on my space.
Actually,
because
more amenities.
More amenities, right? And so I did that for 4 years. And one of the best things that came out of it is I had a regular guest come to my house for 2.5 years straight.
Wow.
He lived in West
Virginia. Talk about passive income.
Man, he was paying my mortgage plus some.
Yes.
He came for 2.5 years. He lived in West Virginia but worked here in Pittsburgh. So he would come up, he would check in on Mondays after he worked on Mondays, and he would leave Friday mornings.
Wow.
And so he did that. So even through the pandemic, when the pandemic hit, I kind of like shut down the weekends, but he was still coming.
Got you. Because you had built that type of rapport. He was consistent. Yeah.
He was, but yeah, before that, I would still have different people coming on the weekends and stuff like that. But when the pandemic hit, I only allowed him to come. And then when he stopped, because his job was still in Pittsburgh, but it was closer to the airport. So he wanted to be a little bit closer out there when they moved his office.
Right.
And so when that happened, I shut down my Airbnb, and I got my bathrooms redone during that time. Right. And now I'm considering opening back up my Airbnb. And I would like to get another property. I know a lot of people have other properties that they do Airbnb in, but and I really didn't have many issues with the people like being downstairs. Again, I think if I had to share space, like if we had to share a bath and we were on the same floor, I probably wouldn't have did it. Right. But the fact that they're in their own space, they don't have to bother me. I don't have to bother them. If they need something, I can. But it was a great money maker.
Yes, and that's two if you've lost track. And what I love about that is when we're talking about, that's what people are looking for nowadays, is a way to have a nice passive income vending machine. I've been getting people asking me about laundromats and just ways that they can have a nice passive income that is not, too much work that they got to do.
No, like,
and that's a perfect one.
By letting these people sleep right downstairs in my basement.
Right. So that's, that would be my next move when we get our second house, or we buy our next house, to do something similar, because that is a great income, and then it gives you the flexibility to do and everything else you want to do.
Exactly.
So yes. So
like I said, that one guest was paying my mortgage plus them. So.
Man, I wish I'm mad I bought my house how I did. All right, so for those who have lost track, we're on 2, and that's an exciting passive income.